Hello, my name is Gargi Patel. I'm here to talk to you about Texas workers' comp, specifically aggravation injury. In Texas workers' comp, in order to have a claim, you need to be injured at work. There are different types of injuries, one of them being aggravation injury, and that is just an aggravation of your pre-existing injury. Aggravation is an enhancement, acceleration, or worsening of a pre-existing condition, and not just a mere reoccurrence of symptoms that are inherent in the etymology or of the pre-existing condition. So that just means that the symptoms that are related to your pre-existing conditions cannot be an aggravation injury. They have to be a distinct new injury that occurred due to your pre-existing injury. The main question is whether an incident or a condition is a continuation of your pre-existing condition or whether it is a new distinct injury. In order to show aggravation injury, you have to be able to provide expert evidence, and that's going to be with medical records or some sort of documentation from a doctor or even a doctor's testimony that will show that the injury is an aggravation of your pre-existing condition. And the courts have found that it's insufficient evidence when the expert opines that the injury could have aggravated the pre-existing condition. It has to be a more definite opinion that the pre-existing condition was aggravated while when you got injured at work. And even if the previous injury was not a compensable injury, you're still entitled to the aggravation of that previous injury for it to be compensable. So because it's a distinct injury, even though the previous injury was not compensable, the aggravation of it can be compensable. And now employer may try to use a defense that the extent of the injury only occurred because of your previous pre-existing condition, but that's not a valid claim because although it was an aggravation, they were aware of your pre-existing condition, and they took on that burden by hiring you, and so the aggravation of that injury could still be compensable. And that's all I have for you today about aggravation injuries. Thank you.